See now what's happening in Gaza. More than 50,000 killed. More than 15,000 children killed. Two-thirds of the people killed are women. They're targeting civilians. They're targeting hospitals. That are all against the international law. And no country is only talking. No one is taking action. Only talking.
MashaAllah. Let's go to the sisters. Give me your name, your profession.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ine. I'm a farmer.
You're what farmer?
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. I want to ask about Islam teach us to respect justice and other people property. But during the Prophet's time, taking or booty, Rampasan Perang, was allowed under certain rules. How do we make sense of that today? Does being in a state of war really change the ethics of ownership?
She's saying, if I can repeat the question, her name is Inek, she's a farmer, and she says that Islam teaches us to respect justice and the ownership of property, the rights of people over property. However, during the time of Prophet, after the war, there was war booty, property of people which was snatched from the people. How that makes sense today? Is that a contradiction, or can that be explained?
This is the question that we have to respect people's property and land. During the time of the Prophet, they used to snatch people's property. The word is wrong, snatch. It's called as war booty. In war booty, at the olden days, the rule was different. Now the rules are different. Previously, there was no passport, correct? Now there's passport. Previously, the rule was who had a war, whoever won, he was the owner. That was the law that time. So in that time, if a war took place, whoever wins, he takes the wealth, he becomes the owner. That was the law that time. Now the law has changed. So at that time, the law was, suppose there is a battle, if there is a war. Whoever wins, he becomes the owner. But even at the time of the Prophet, they saw to it that they did not, there were some rules and regulations which I discussed yesterday. In yesterday's talk, I discussed that even in Qital, there are some rules and regulations. Allah says in Surah Baqarah, chapter 2, verse number 290, that fight those who fight you, but do not commit transgression. While fighting, you cannot kill children, you cannot kill women, you cannot kill elderly people who are not fighting you, you cannot kill the animals of the people, you cannot chop down trees. So you should understand the difference between this. You cannot break down monasteries, the places of worship. That means there was some, unlike in other, at that time, they never had this rule. They used to kill the women, they used to take the women and, take them away. Islam brought new rules. This war booty is at the time of the war. But that doesn't mean you can go and take somebody else's grab. You cannot kill any woman, you cannot kill any children, even if they're enemy. Elderly men you cannot touch unless they come to in the battlefield to fight you. That's a different question. You cannot do something to cause a financial loss to the enemy. You can't chop down trees. But what you win in the battle, that becomes your property. Means you're fighting, you may get horses, you may get whatever the war booty that is there. That becomes your property because that is yours. And then from that it is shared by the people who are taking part in the battlefield. So that was the law that time, that looting was common, which Islam reduced it. Now the laws are different. That time the laws were different. Now the laws are different. Today we have UNO. That's a different thing. They don't follow the UN law. They talk about UN law. They are doing. See now what's happening in Gaza. More than 50,000 killed. More than 15,000 children killed. Two-thirds of the people killed are women. They're targeting civilians. They're targeting hospitals. That are all against the international law. And no country is only talking. No one is taking action. Only talking. The problem is, today the Muslim Ummah is weak. If we were united, this wouldn't have happened. Inshallah, I'll be giving a talk on this topic, 15-point action plan for the Muslim Ummah for the Palestinian cause, inshallah, on 20th of July, next Sunday in Jakarta, inshallah. Hope that answers the question.
Jazakallahu khairan. I would again remind the volunteers to please from time to time screen the questionnaires. Make sure the questions are on topic. Jazakallah. Okay.